Audio. Okay, thank you, Catfish and Pappy. Laser Corn says, don't know about everyone else, but I can't hear you, Brian. Yes, well, we fixed that. I appreciate Catfish telling me that. I had the audio turned off when we had the opening coming up, so. So now I got to repeat everything. Uh, well, we're going to talk about all things chiller. That means horror, sci-fi, paranormal, anything you can. Does this show have audio, Tom says? Why, yes. Yes, it does. But anything you guys could throw at me for 15 years. For 15 years, Jack Shadow's been a horror host, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Okay, John says, portions of this has been created last week for your enjoyment today. Has it? This is Krozak the Grand, and it's time again for ChillerNight Live. And now here's your host, using his own voice, Brian Hogue. It is my voice, and thank you, Krozak the Grand. I appreciate that. Let's see. Roger says, good evening. Good evening, Roger. Okay, so, like I said, tonight I'm acknowledging the recognized 15 years for Jack Shadow being a horror host. Started all the way back on May 3rd, 2008 on Saturday night on a local access channel in Oil City called Venango Video. And there it went through Venango Video to WREC. And now we are on Stream TV. Of course, we've been on Stream TV for the last, 5 years, I think it is. So, and we'll be talking about that. I'll be showing you some pictures of those early days. Lasercorn says, long live Jack Shadow. Yes, long live Jack Shadow. I like that. So, and I'm sure he likes that too. He likes stuff like that. But speaking of Jack being a horror host, we're going to show you this Saturday night's schedule. And that will be for, well, let's just pull up the schedule and find out. Aha, here it is, way down here. All right, Saturday, May 6th on Stream TV. Well, you're going to be watching this show right here. If you're just catching this on Saturday night, this is what you're watching right now. And it will be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and then at 9 o'clock, the movie is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. That was a request from last week, so I wanted to accommodate that request. And then at 10:40, you may ask, why would it be 10:40? Because these movies are back to back. Some of them might have a minute or two in between, but not much time. Atomic Age Vampire. Then at 12:20 in the morning, The Werewolf of Washington. And then at 2:05 in the morning, Lady Frankenstein. So, pretty good lineup. Pretty happy with that. I hope you are too. So, there you have it. Our lineup for this Saturday night on Stream TV. And you can watch that by going to streammedia.tv. So, Renee says, may the force be with you. Always, yes. And, May the 5th is Star Wars Day, so I wore this because of that. What do you think? That's a pretty good shirt. And May 5th is Star Wars Day, and we're not going to be here on May 5th, not doing this, so I figured I'd touch on that tonight. I'd at least mention it, give it a nice long, Renee says, live long and prosper. Wrong genre. No, not wrong genre, I guess the wrong movie, huh? But I love my Star Trek anyways. I just don't talk about it as much. But, let's see. All right, so there you have it. Now, I'm going to just walk right into this. Back on, Craig says hi. Hey, Craig, thanks for joining us. Back. Come with me now as we walk back into the days of yesteryear with Jack Shadow as he first hosted back starting in 2008. And this is a picture here of, there's Bradley. Just to give you an idea how long we've been doing this. He's 19 now. So, yeah, this was when he was very, very young. I think he just turned 4 at this point. So, and here's something. There was an actual crew that was involved in the making of this. There's Breton in the front there. But yeah, a few fellows in the background and several more outside of the scope of the picture. But yeah, there was an actual crew that would get together and do these shows. And of course, there's Jack Shadow sitting on his famous chair as he's hosting. I don't know what he's hosting there. Probably the second episode. It was it was definitely early on in the series when I took that picture. And then there's a picture of me and discussing with one of our guests that night. Her name was Lena. She was one of the she was a contest winner, so she appeared on the show that night. And I'm talking with her and with Jack Shadow. And we're just going over a scene or two. And and this was a poster from just something to promote the show back in the day. Like I said, it used to be called Sleepy Hollow Theater from 2008 all the way up until May of 2015, at which time it has changed its name until to ChillerNight Theater, which you know it to be now. So, a little walk down memory lane there. So how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing well. But that was kind of bringing back some memories there, looking at those pictures. When we first started the show, we had the host, we had the Chiller movie, and we had Chiller Chat, and we also had musical guests. And we had something that the show doesn't have now, and that was, I mentioned just a minute ago, a crew. We actually had other people involved helping out with lighting and cameras and audio and all that stuff. And now it's just down to one person. So, all right. I'm checking to see to make sure that we are still on. We got a good signal here. It looks like we are. I'm just not seeing any comments. Huh. That's very unusual. That's very unusual. It has been several minutes since I've seen anything. So we'll see if not, I'm just going to have to carry the show, whether you like it or not. All right. Normally, I like to bounce ideas off of you guys and topics, and if anybody has anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to just talk about how this all came to be. I was approached by some catfishing says you are good to go. Al says thank you. Al says, will Jack be returning for a Halloween special? I would like that to happen. I'm planning on it. I'll put it that way, and so is he. But I'm just running quite a bit more behind than I'm comfortable being right now. But I'm going to try to make that happen. And in fact, not just one Halloween special. I'd like there to be a few Halloween episodes that month. Is coming October. Wayne says, yo, hey Wayne, thanks for joining us. So we'll see, but that's the plan. I do plan on having Jack come back to do, to cover some shows here this October, while we have Jack Shadow's House of Terror running on Saturday nights, actually Friday and Saturday nights, and then some new episodes. Renee says, I'm still here, Brian Hogue commenting. All right, Renee, thank you. So we'll see. I'd like that to happen, and I'm not sure how many. Maybe we can even get like 3 or 4 episodes, maybe 4, you never know. Renee says, I was busy stuffing and gripping a bong ripper. A ripping. Okay. All right. Well, whatever helps you get through the show or your day, you know, have at it. So, but I remember when we first started all this, it was so weird. The very first movie that Jack Shadow hosted was The Last Man on Earth, starring, of course, Vincent Price. Great movie, and I've always enjoyed that movie. And so we have that movie. Daniel says, need some actors to help with the specials. I'll act for you. I don't know. We'll have to see, Daniel. I appreciate that. I could definitely use some help in Jack Shadow's House of Terror, though. I do know that. But I'll keep that in mind. But when we first started up with Sleepy Hollow Theater, now Jack had already been in a couple of the haunted houses that I had presented over from 2006 and 2007. I did the House of Terror. That was my first haunted house back in 2006. And so this year I wanted to name it Jack Shadow's House of Terror. I think he's earned that. I think he's earned his name on his own haunted house. So so now this year it will indeed be called Jack Shadow's House of Terror. You can see the logo right there. And it will be out at the Cranberry Mall in Venango County, Pennsylvania, the same place that I have the ChillerNight escape experience, horror-themed escape rooms. That's where I have the zombie outbreak escape room, and soon to be the witching hour escape room as well. That's what I'm currently working on. And then, of course, this coming October, probably end of September, Jack Shadow's House of Terror. So there you go. And there is the man himself, the myth, the legend, Jack Shadow. So, and Aura the Witch, she's been at with the show from the very beginning. So always appreciate Ava's help and support there. Surprised nobody. Oh, there's hey, there I am with standing side by side with Jack Shadow. That's right, I forgot about that. And here's another picture of me standing side by side with Jack Shadow. I'm surprised nobody's commented on it. But anyways, let's see. Go back here. Renee says, on ever live chat UFOs, horror or metal, I'm always municipal out stoned for my arthritis. Oh, good. I hear that helps. Herbs and UFOs. What could be better? What a nice combination, I think. What a nice combination. All right, so but anyways, that's what's coming up this, so I'm talking about the future, the days to come. I'm talking about days past with the origin of Jack Shadow and his I was gonna do an anniversary, like an official anniversary episode, but I just frankly didn't have the time, and that's what I'm lacking quite a bit of these days anymore, is just time, because I Alien OG, Renee says, the little emojis there. Wayne says, what's your favorite haunted house or escape room ever visited? I'd say, as far as the haunted house, I really enjoyed the Haunted Hoochie in the Columbus, Ohio area. I've been to that one several times, and I've always enjoyed that one. Just a really extreme haunted house, that's not for everybody perhaps, but mine aren't that way as far as extreme, with the excessive gore and all that stuff, but they're fun to visit. But I try to keep mine a little more, I keep mine, I like to keep them scary, but I also like it to where my actors can read the room and understand if families are coming through with their kids. Read the room. If it looks like things are okay with you, pummeling them with fright, then go for it. If it looks like you need to back off a little bit, that's okay too, just a little bit. But yeah, the haunted hoochie, that's a good question. Escape rooms, believe it or not, I really haven't been to that many escape rooms um, before starting my own. Here's another haunted house, Wayne, that I just remembered this back probably about 25 years ago or so, back in the mid 90s. Maybe it's longer ago. Is it longer ago? Um, when I was living in Pittsburgh and working in Pittsburgh and going to school in Pittsburgh, um, there was one called, I think it was the Terror Dome, and it was just a one-time thing. It won for one season in Pittsburgh, and it was held in the Civic Arena, in like in the lower level of it, and that was really cool. That was a very cool haunted house. In fact, now that I think about it, that was probably my favorite haunted attraction that I went through, and then the haunted hoochie would have to be second. Um, Daniel says, like the shirt, Brian. Hey, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. I wore this. I don't know if you were on here yet when I said this, but because May the 5th is coming up, Star Wars Day, I decided to at least show my appreciation for Star Wars. Renee says Winchester Mystery House. Ah, okay. Now I've never been out that way. Renee says Alcatraz. Oh, yeah, I suppose that could be scary. Renee says Fort Point Golden Gate Bridge. You can hear ghost cannons going off. Really? You know, we did something. We did a documentary back in 2009 with a paranormal. No, it was in 2008, I think. 2000, the very first year we started up. Yeah, I think so. But it was a group called Orpit, Oil Region Investigation or Region Paranormal Investigation Team. That's it. But we went to Gettysburg with them. When I first started doing the show, that's another thing. Back when I was first started doing the show, we'd take off. We'd go across the state. We'd go on location somewhere. You know, maybe where they had filmed the movie or to go talk with somebody. And we did a tour during the day with the Sleepy Hollow uh, tours for Gettysburg, and we were filming something, and the group, the paranormal investigation team, had later, after watching the tape, they saw that when you're watching it, you can actually hear the cannon fire when he's yelling fire. You know, he's recreating the scene. He's telling us about it, and they said that you could actually hear the cannons. It just came to memory. I don't remember. Um, too much more about that document. I remember I hosted it. I was asked to host it. So, and that's on YouTube. That is on YouTube somewhere. So, John says, will Jack be back? Who knows? Maybe one night when we need him the most, he'll return from the castle. Maybe so. But for now, I do happen to know he's up there sitting very patiently, waiting for the most wonderful time of the year for Halloween. Renee says, Mystery Spot Santa Cruz. It's sacred holy land from the indigenous people. I believe a UFO was buried underneath, crash landed. A tall person became a small person if he switched them there at certain spots. I had never heard of this this incident that you're talking about. That's interesting. They believe one was buried? Cool. Tom says, did you say haunted hoochie? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, in fact. Yeah, that's what it's called. Wayne says, I've never heard about haunted hoochie. It looks extreme. My head would spin, LOL. Yeah, check it out online. Go Google haunted hoochie, it's in the Columbus, Ohio area. So, but I've been there a few times, and I went there when we would go to something called the Midwest Haunters Convention. Haunt owners would go there every year in June, first weekend of June. So it was in the Columbus Center, where I used to go as a kid and watch professional wrestling, Andre the Giant and Dusty Rhodes, Masked Superstar, Ric Flair and all these guys. But later it was used as a trade show for the Midwest Hunters Convention. And what they would do is they'd take us a load us up on these buses, and they'd take us to the haunted attractions would open up to for us and to the public as well for just a couple nights. So. Oh, Wayne says, I've heard about Haunted Hoochie. Okay, I thought you said I've not heard. Okay, I've heard of it. It looks extreme. Yeah. Oh, it's something. It's very good. I've enjoyed it the few times I've went through it. Renee says, when you try to pour water into a cup, it will not go into a cup. It'll angle off and pour into a different direction. What? Really? That's interesting. Uh, Sounds like a strange place. Daniel says, I want to go to Gettysburg to see if I can catch any ghosts with my camera. Ooh, cool. I don't know. You might. You never know. You never know with that place. Uh, because there's so many people tragically died, and that's what the paranormal investigators will tell you is that it's not something like a cemetery necessarily because. Unless somebody died there or maybe had a very strong connection. Maybe somebody who passed before and they're, a big part of them belonged there. And so they revisit that area. But a lot of it would be where they actually died, maybe in a hospital or in this case, obviously in Gettysburg, had tons and tons of people die tragically. And maybe they say a lot of them don't realize that they're actually passed on. Renee says, if you let go of a broomstick, it'll float there at a tilted angle. Oh yeah, I remember everyone doing that broom trick, and we did it too, Ava and I. And then right before the pandemic started, so I kind of think, I don't know, maybe we ended up doing that. Kind of feel responsible. Renee says, at the mystery spot, yeah. I saw a meme, all you people putting your brooms like this, and then the pandemic starts. Renee says, I've been to all these places at Grabber Middle School field trips. Oh yeah, that's neat. That's neat that your school would take you on a field trip there. Tom said, I'm not sure that word means what they think it means, at least to some people. Well, in this case, I believe, from what I believe it was an old, what do they call it? It's an old, like a silo area where they actually made alcohol, moonshine, and stuff like that, I believe. I'm trying to think of the history of that, why they called it that. So, Renee says exploratorium. I think or planetarium. Something about this is sounding familiar. I wonder if you've mentioned this before, but I'm just vaguely remembering some of what you're saying now for some reason. Lasercorn says, I just remembered, Renee. I found a great new podcast on UFOs called High Strange, although I have been a fan of Micah Hank's program for a long time. Interesting. So, High Strange. Renee says, Laser Rock Palace of Fine Arts. Lasercorn says, the latest episode is about the 1994 sighting in Trumbull County, Ohio. I wish I could have been there. Trumbull County. I wonder if that's all that far for me. Renee says, hi, I flunked third grade and I got a C plus or minus fifth grade spelling bee, LOL. Okay. Renee says, love math and science. Yeah. I always enjoyed science, but I think my favorite class was English for some reason. But yeah, because of reading and the speeches, I think I was always very I don't know, outgoing and like to be in front of people. So, and so does Jack Shadow. So I kind of think maybe a little bit of him was born long ago when I was a wee lad in school. So, wow, it's almost 8:30. In a few minutes, I'm going to put the schedule back up for this coming weekend. I was a theater guy in high school, Tom says. Yeah. Interesting. I think I was only ever in one play that I remember in high school. I think it was 10th or 11th grade in high school. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. I was a character called Tackleberry. It was his last name, of course, but yeah. Weird that I remember that. It was quite a while ago. Yeah. Wayne says, kind of like an Italian talking with your hands, bada boom, bada bing, yeah. I am, in fact, that actually was a big problem when I started doing the hosting of Jack Shadow because on TV, because like in the haunted house, Jack's moving around, getting kind of close up to people. But Jack was very animate, you know, walking around, gesturing. Now here's the problem I have, like on especially the first episode, it's very, very noticeable. Um, I wasn't up moving around, so I probably over gestured, because I was driving me crazy, having to just sit in the chair, unless we were doing a skit when where Jack was moving around with the other characters. Um, Tom says only one play sounds odd for a cosplay on steroids kind of guy. I know. Yeah, no, that was it. I think I was only in one play. I'm pretty sure. Renee says, I cheated on my test and quiz in school. Oh, shame, shame. Hated school, Renee said. I think a lot of people did. I had fun in school. I guess I liked it. Maybe I was a weird one. I enjoyed it. I always had a good time. Wasn't exactly a genius, but I had a good time. SBC says, always hated school. Yeah. Lasercorn says, you and me both, Renee. Renee says, he, lol, face green, smiling. All right. Well, hey, it is going at 8:30, and I normally like to put the schedule up at this point. So, hey, this Saturday, May 6th on Stream TV, we'll begin the night, 8 o'clock, Chiller Night pre-show. We can call it that. We can call it that, especially on Saturday night, because that's what it is. We went to Chiller Night pre-show, then the Chiller Night live. Now I don't know what to call it. Well, we'll call it the pre-show. And then at 9 o'clock, the children shouldn't play with dead things. That was a request from last week. We actually had 2 requests from last week. So we're going to do Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things as the feature movie, the 9 o'clock movie. And then next week, I had a request to do Manos, The Hands of Fate. So just to let you know in advance, give you plenty of warning, plenty of warning, that will be the movie for next Saturday night. So then at 10:40, 9 o'clock, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. That's an older episode, but it's an older one, but it's a good one. And I say older as far as before I got with Stream TV. So, and you'll see that. 10:40, the movie is Atom Age Vampire. 12:20, the movie is The Werewolf of Washington. And then at 2:05, the movie is Lady Frankenstein. Now, if you've never seen these movies, I hope you get a chance to check them out. I really, really encourage you. If you haven't seen Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, it is one of my favorites that we've played on the show. So I hope you get a chance to check that out. It's a good zombie movie. The first zombie movie in color, and somebody correct me if you know any different. I throw that out there every time, and no one's said any different. But the first zombie movie since Night of the Living Dead that actually was in color. So, God, somebody show me different, because this was in 1972, I believe. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, just a couple years after Night of the Living Dead. So, I'd like to see. I'd like to know. Renee says, "Whoa, wow, killer movies, love it." Yeah, yep, that's a pretty good lineup, I must say. I agree. So, SBC says, half an hour has already passed. Time is passing too quickly. Yes. Yes, it is. Um, yeah, this is a quick hour. This goes really quick for me. And on Saturday nights, I would like to see this eventually getting back to Saturday nights, but only if I can do it from the store. Yeah, from where is my store? Do I have a picture of it? Do I? Oh, I don't think I do. I think I just. What's this? Escape room. Oh, there we go. The store entrance. Yeah. Okay. There's the store entrance. I got it. Put it up here so it's above these logos. There we go. It actually doesn't look like that anymore because where you see danger inside, that is uh, that is the beginning of. I actually switched the wall there, and so it's facing another direction, and have another escape room that I'm putting the witching hour up against that one. So because I had a lot, and the second escape room is coming out into the lobby. You can see part of the counter there with the green sign on it. That's one of the signs from that states that it's been inspected and certified by the state and all this and that. But it actually comes up to about that point. You see an old, creepy looking witch's house in my lobby. So that was, yeah, you can see there the little trick or treat thing. That was back around Halloween. I took that one. Now, what's going on here? Okay. I got stuck. Uh, Renee says, Exorcist and Beyond the Door were in Keller. Yes. Oh, I mean, but what I meant was as far as zombie movies. I think Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things was the first zombie movie, unless Beyond the Door was that a zombie movie. I'm not. I think somebody has mentioned that on here before, but I don't remember seeing that one. Is that a zombie movie? If so, we might have something here. Victor said, "Hey Brian, love Mano's Hands of Fate. It was filmed right here in El Paso, Texas. Whoop whoop. That's right. I think Victor, that either you or Bonehead has commented on that. I know he's down down in Texas. Interesting. Wayne says, "Come inside. We got candy." Yes, luring people in with candy. Sure, sure. Um, yeah, I think we mentioned that too during the show. That was the Man of the Hands of Fate. That was one of our live shows over the years, or from 2019, 20, and 21. In fact, 22. Also, we were doing some live ChillerNight theater shows. We did quite a bit of them. We did, didn't we? We did quite a bit of them. We were there. We were going at least once a month, you know, and up until I'd have to start building a haunted house. So, but that was fun. I mean, we put a lot of work into this stuff. I say we. I always say we. I even say, yeah, we are. I talk to. I don't know when I'm making a video. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. It's me, this guy. But when I first started out, we did have a crew working on the show. Where is Bonehead tonight? Probably out Beavis again. Tom says, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Bonehead, where are you? Yeah, it just isn't the same. Oh, maybe he'll hop on here. Some people they jump on at the very end, so you never know. You never know. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on there. I should have probably put some pictures up of the haunted house, my very first haunted house, but But yeah, I'll put some of those older pictures up again. Again, there's Jack Shadow and Brad sitting there in the very first studio that we had in Oil City, and then, well, that's where this one was as well. And then I get just another view of Jack Shadow sitting there with his martini, and Brian and Jack, and like I said, that was one of our contest winners, Lena, and she appeared on one of our shows, and then there is a poster for Sleepy Hollow Theater. It was just something I put together and put online. And that at that time it was at 10 o'clock. You can see there, 10 o'clock. Sleepy Hollow Theater is what the show is called. So let's see. Yep. And of course, Jack Shadow. There he is. There he is. Yeah, he's been around for a little while. Been around. So let's see. Victor says, great shirt. I got mine ready for May the 4th. Oh, May the 4th. Is it May the 4th? Say, I think I was saying May the 5th, but yeah, May the 4th. Yeah, May the 4th be with you. That's right. I wore this because Star Wars Day is coming up, and I knew we weren't doing this on Star Wars Day, so I wanted to at least mention it. A notable mention, because I am a huge Star Wars fan on most of the stuff, not all of it. But Tom says, that's not Sam in that Sleepy Hollow Theater shot, is it? No, that was a young lady named Liz. So she played a character named Malinka. She was also a vampire, but yeah, that's a different character. Wayne says, Revenge of the Fifth. Is it the 4th or 5th? I forget now. The 4th. I think now that you mentioned the 4th, I think it is 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm gonna look it up. I gotta know, because I've said the 4th and the 5th now. Star Wars Day. Let's see. May 4th. Yep. Okay. There you go. May 4th. So it's going to be Thursday, but since we're taping this on a Tuesday night, I wanted to at least show my love and support for all things Star Wars, except for The Last Jedi. But other than that, most other things Star Wars. Let's see. Wayne says, May the 4th be with you. And then Revenge of the 5th. Yeah, Tom says, it's Revenge of the 5th. Yep. And then somebody wrote, this is the May, instead of this is the way, from The Mandalorian. I just finished up watching, well, I guess it's been a couple weeks now. Maybe a couple weeks. The Mandalorian Season 3, I don't know. I'm going to say, I mean, we got UFOs here. We talk about the old sci-fi, so okay, throwing a little bit of Star Wars in there. But yeah, I watched the Mandalorian Season 3, and it's okay. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I think the first 2 seasons were better. I'm not saying this one was bad, but I'll just go with that. Hey, there's Bonehead. Bonehead says, hey, hello, Brian, Ava, Tom, SB, and the whole ChillerNight crew. Hey, Bonehead, thanks for joining us. We were just talking about you a little bit ago. You should have heard the things we were saying. No. Well, thanks for joining us. No, we were talking about, Victor had mentioned about Manos, the Hands of Fate being filmed in... Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little wore out, getting a little tired. El Paso, Texas, and I had mentioned about you being down there in Texas. So Um, everyone's saying hi to Bonehead here. Let's see. Just got out of the hospital. You just got out of the hospital. Ah, I hope you're doing okay. You must be. Well, evidently you're doing better. You're out of the hospital. So, well, I hope if you still have anything wrong, that you have a speedy recovery. Amanda says, "Good evening. Good evening, Amanda. Thanks for joining us." SBC says, "Star Wars. I only like the old movies, the ones without the computer effects." Um, yeah. I like the original trilogy. In fact, Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back to me are that wow. They still got that wow factor for me. Return of the Jedi started. I started noticing that it just seemed like a big marketing for toys. Not, not that the others didn't sell toys. Of course they did. They sold a tremendous amount of merchandise. Well, you could kind of tell. You could kind of tell that they were really pushing for more of a uh, more of a younger audience, I guess. Tom says the horse patrol. Horse patrol. Um, Laser, how you been, bud? Let's see. SBC, howdy, partner. Just looking at some of these hellos back and forth. Brian says hello all. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us. Yeah, what else did I like? Star Wars. Oh, Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. I did like that one. That to me reminded me of like a World War II movie in Star Wars, in the Star Wars universe. So I did enjoy that, and I enjoyed the first two seasons of The Mandalorian. I thought those were cool. So there's some stuff out there I really enjoy. I think I'll tear apart The Last Jedi all day long. No problem. I think it was a horrible movie. However, I see people criticizing like some of this stuff, and I just wonder if it's just for click. I wonder if is it just clickbait, because I listened to some of the reviews and what they're saying, because I just got done watching it myself, so I'm watching it and like they're saying this about it. Like I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Uh, but to each his own. Everyone's got an opinion, and doesn't mean you gotta like it or agree with it or even respect it, but everyone's got an opinion. So, Bonus says, "Yeah, Tom, I'm a jackass, so I went to the horse patrol." Okay, nice little pun there. But I do hope you're okay. I hope everything is all right. But regardless, I'm glad you're out, and I'm glad you're here with us tonight. And again, I remind you that these shows now for the pre-show, I guess we can call it the pre-show again, um, are on Stream TV now. So we are actually picking up others to our a new audience, or more to our audience here. Tom says, "Got the new avatar installed, I see." The new avatar. Who, me? And did I? I don't know. It went through an update. Like it went through another update, so maybe something updated. Um, Avatar. Got a new avatar installed, I see. I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know. What? What do you mean? I did. Now for tonight's show, I did get I got the UFO back. Every once in a while, you see the bats flying around. Um, I thought I had the zombies walking up, or something. Remember, I used to have the zombies walking in the little courtyard area of the castle. And what else do we have? The ghost. I'm not sure if the ghost is on there tonight. I haven't been paying attention, so we'll have to keep an eye out for him. If he's not, maybe he'll be there next week. Oh, Tom says Bonehead has a new avatar. Gotcha. See, I can't see that when I'm just seeing your names, and I can see if you're on YouTube or Facebook, and that's it. So, gotcha. Bonehead's got a new avatar, does he? Interesting. I wonder if I can see it on my phone while we're talking. Bonehead's avatar. All right. Try to do this without screwing anything up. Can I do it? I don't know. We're gonna see. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Bonehead's got this. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see this. That's pretty neat. A skull, a bonehead with the red, white, and blue, the flag on it. Wow, that's pretty neat. You see that? All right. See, I don't get to see cool stuff like that when you guys are on here. I just see your names. Please, of course, sorry for the delay, Bonehead. I'm in the kitchen making food. Yeah, he joined us. He is on with us. Bonehead says, I'm doing okay. Thanks to you, Brian, and all the Chiller crew for asking about me. I got dehydrated and got an infection in my lungs and digestive system. Wow. Sorry, I know that sounds gross. Oh, no. I got dehydrated and got an infection. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. It says you're doing okay, so good. Yeah. Well, I hope all of us are. I guess, be thankful for our health, huh? That's I have a motto. I used to say I have a every day, every morning, every day. I have 1,000 things to be thankful for. Well, I up that. I actually have that written up, so I see that when I'm at work. I'm in my office. I can see that in front of me. It says I have 1,000 things to be thankful for today, and actually, I will say I have 1,000,000 things to be thankful for today. So, and that of course is one of them. Is my health. So, and hopefully all of you have 1,000,000 things to be thankful for today, whether you realize it or not. I think you do. Bonehead says, no head transplant, Tom, but I'm now officially the world's only living brain donor. Well, that's something to pat yourself on the back for if you had hands and arms to do it. But as a skull, I can imagine that would be a difficult task. Let's see. You know what? Now we're on just mentioning about Facebook and YouTube. Okay, we're on YouTube, of course, on the ChillerNight YouTube channel, and on Facebook. Look at that. We are on the ChillerNight Escape Experience page on Facebook. We are on Jack Shadow's House of Terror, and of course, the reason we're here, ChillerNight Theater. We're on the ChillerNight Theater Facebook page, and of course, my page, Brian Hogue, right there. Brian Hogue. So I'm on all those channels there, and because I'm on these channels, and because I have the ChillerNight Escape Experience, I am going to try this zombie ad. So here we go. Why does this not work whenever I hit it? Okay, we're going to try it again. Let's see. We'll hit another few things here, and then we'll try it. Are you
zombies? Can you survive a zombie?
No. Don't you start halfway through. Let's go from the beginning. Are you ready, ad? Here we go.
ChillerNight Escape Experience presents Zombie Outbreak Escape Room. You and your team of scientists are sent to inspect a top-secret laboratory in a hidden military bunker. Sinister experiments have resulted in reanimating the dead. The facility is now swarming with the living dead, and you have 1 hour to escape or be overrun by zombies. Can you survive a zombie outbreak? Book your escape room appointment to find out. Book online at ChillerNight.com or call 814-209-8214. Gift certificates available at the store counter.
I can't wait to do one for the Witching Hour and for Jack Shadow's House of Terror. I think it's pretty fun. Bonin says, I rolled on in there and popped my top just like parquet. LOL. Boy, that's an old reference. Then they took out my pea brain and I rolled on home. Okay. Parquet. Oh yeah. Man, that's a blast from the past. Such an old reference. That's funny. Parquet. Geez, that reminds me of like "Don't Squeeze the Charmin" and good Lord, what are some of the other old commercials from back in the day? Um, Gosh, now you got me thinking. I like having the addition on the show. I didn't do it tonight. I didn't have really time to do. I wish I had more time to prepare these. Um, it'll come again, but um, I was I've been over the last month or so adding things from collectibles from years ago, vintage stuff, monster collectibles, Halloween, um, stuff from our childhood and stuff like that. But um, I didn't do it this week. But I enjoy doing that, and hopefully next week I will have something to show you. We're at 8:53, not bad. Um, Bonus says, Brian, I am old. I came over on the Ark with Noah. That's pretty old. Tom says, are we on for next week, Brian? Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. I live by these, by golly. In fact, I had this out last week, and I was looking at it again today. This is my 2007-2008 planner. Um, See, I have this thing got wet. It was so almost ruined. But I really I live by these things. I have so many of them. On the 9th, yeah, yeah, we should be good there, Tom. I will have the Tom Cam up, Tom Cam, so he will be here, joining me, joining you, joining me, joining you. So that's right. We'll get that set up. Tom probably have to do it on Tuesday, on the day of, because I don't think I'll be available any other time. And if that's good with you, I know I'm going to need a refresher on how to set this up. So, but yes, we'll get your monitor, where it needs to be. We'll have to think of a topic. Does anybody have a topic that they'd like to maybe think about that over the next few minutes? We don't have many minutes left. If not, we'll just wing it next week. But we'll have to think of a neat topic for next week. This week, like I said, I was going to go ahead and go all out with an anniversary episode, but I just didn't. I'm just lacking the time, unfortunately, because I've got all the construction I'm doing, and there's a lot going on here at the well, not here in the dark domain, the realm of Jack Shadow, but at the Hogue residence at Hogue Manor. We have quite a bit of things and projects going on too. So Tom says we should open the phone lines. Oh, you know what? We could do that if that's something you guys would like to do. We actually can do it. This is my business number. But the neat thing about that is if you called that, like one of you called it right now, I'd get a call and then you'd have to put your name in. So we'd actually know who the caller is, and then I'd have to accept. So that's not my personal cell, but that I still get it because it's my business number for Escape Experience, and it comes through on my phone. So we could do that. That'd be neat. Let's do it. If somebody wants to call that in the next few minutes, go ahead. Bonin says, I can't wait for next Tuesday. It's like a double feature. We get the Tom and Brian show. I hope I don't forget. You better not forget. No. Oh, that'd be awful. Well, hey, what I will do right now, so I don't forget, is let me put up the schedule. for this Saturday, since we're closing in on the end of the show, at 8 o'clock, the Chiller Night pre-show. That's what we're doing right now. Taped live on Tuesday nights online, and then we'll have it on Stream TV on Saturday night. And then at 9 o'clock, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Very good movie. Check it out. 10:40, Atom Age Vampire. Then at 12:20, The Werewolf of Washington. And then at 2:05 in the morning, we top off the night with Lady Frankenstein. So there you have it. Pretty cool lineup. And you can watch that by going to Stream TV at streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv, and just select Watch Live. Jeff says, topic, made for TV horror movies. Ah, yes, the old, like the ABC movie of the week, that type of thing, like Gargoyles and Trilogy of Terror. Snow Beast, the original Snow Beast. That was a made-for-TV horror movie. And Salem's Lot, stuff like that. In fact, the first It, I believe that was for made-for-TV. So I just threw out just a couple of them, so you got all week to think of them. That's a neat topic. Tom says that's a good topic. Yeah, I like that. Excellent topic, Jeff. I like that. Bob Books. Hey, Bob! There he is. Silent Bob. He's back. Classic lineup. I like that. Bonin says, yeah, that's a good one for a topic. We should, and then SBC says, we should do a show again where we watch a film live together. Yeah, if that's something you guys would, be interested in doing, I can still do some Chiller Night Theater episodes. It just won't be Jack Shadow until around Halloween. Jack's retired as far as doing weekly or even monthly show. I just couldn't keep up with that kind of schedule with everything I have going on. I could probably manage every once in a while to do a live one if I'm hosting it. So if that's something, think about it. Give it some thought. Jeff says, when Michael calls the Night Stalker, the Night Strangler. Ah, the Night Stalker and the Night Strangler. I don't remember when Michael calls. Michael calls, huh? Interesting. We'll have to do a lot of Googling that week. I'll probably hear a lot of them that I haven't, I'm not real familiar with. SBC says, TV movies are a good idea. I love that idea. Though I'll talk about Blast from the Past. We were just mentioning that a few minutes ago, but that's a neat one to really go on a little trip down memory lane. So, but it is 9 o'clock, folks. So thank you for joining me and each other. So have a good night. Have a good Chiller Night, and we'll see you next week. So Tom will be here joining me, and we'll be discussing made-for-TV horror movies. Thank you, Jeff, for the topic there. Tom says, okay, guys, I'm here to the end, but I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. All right, we'll see ya.